Hello, everyone. My name is Dominic, and this is the Unfinished Shelf. I've been wanting to make this channel for a really long time, so I'm going to hop right into it and get straight into the Booktube Newbie Tag. Why did you start this channel? I started this channel because reading is a passion of mine, and other than just wanting to share my thoughts and feelings with a wider range of people, I want to get the thoughts and opinions of people outside of my circle to help grow as a reader. I feel like getting a diverse set of opinions really helped me diversify my reading tastes. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I don't know about fun or unique, but I do want to engage in all of those challenges, the TBR challenges, the ones where you pick your TBR based off of prompts. I want to engage in those. I want to do the rants. I want to do the reviews, the tier ranking videos. Uh, I think I think that'll all be a lot of fun. What are you most excited for about this channel? I'm excited to engage with a group of people that share my interests and my likes. I have a lot of really great friends that I can talk to about books, but I just want to grow and expand on that. And I feel like starting this channel will be a great way of doing that. So I'm excited to see where this goes, see if it takes me out of my comfort zone more than it already is, and just kind of see where things end up. Why do you love reading? I love reading because I'm somebody who needs to be able to point at characters or lines of dialogue and say that that's how I feel. I really struggle with expressing my own emotions and my own thoughts. So seeing it on paper really makes me feel seen. A good example is the Murderbot Diaries. If you've read those, everyone's read those. And if you haven't, you should. Uh, Murderbot is a character that I identify with. I look at him and I think that's me. I feel out of place. I feel awkward. And that's kind of like how Murderbot starts off, is feeling very out of place and awkward. And that's just, being able to point at a book and say that that's me, that's how I feel, is really cathartic. What book or series got you into reading? The book that got me into reading was Genesis Alpha by Ruin Michaels. I read it when I was about 12 or 13. It was about a young boy who was born via stem cell research to save his brother from cancer. And when he finds out that his brother is a serial killer, he really starts to battle with his sense of self and identity, and that really just kicked off my reading journey. It got me into horror, it got me into fantasy, it got me into sci-fi. It was great. I really enjoyed it. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would ask my favorite booktubers how they approach books in terms of wanting to make content about them. I feel like they're probably taking more notes or annotating their books more than I do, which isn't difficult because I don't annotate my books at all. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? That's definitely going to be consistency. Consistency is difficult for me, especially with projects like this. Um, this is just something I'm wanting to do for fun for myself, and that's kind of hard to remain consistent with. Don't be surprised if you only see a video once a month from me. When did you start reading? I started reading when I was around 13. My mother took me to the library and I was looking for a book, and she made the comment that I never finished books in the first place, so it didn't make sense that I was looking for one. And I took that as a challenge, so I picked up Genesis Alpha and I read the entire thing in one day. And then I was back the next day for another book. So I don't know if she planned that, but if she did, she's a genius because that really just kicked off my reading journey and it turned into a passion. Where do you read? Honestly, I read everywhere. I don't really have a whole lot to say on the matter. I read in bed, I'll read in the car, I'll listen to audiobooks while I'm doing dishes, I'll read here in the library, anywhere I can get my hands on a book. What kind of books do you like to read? I like to read any book that has a good story. But if I had to pick a genre, my favorite genre is fantasy. I do read some horror, some sci-fi, some literary fiction. I'm trying to get into classics and nonfiction, but they're a little intimidating to get into, so I haven't really started. But yeah, if I had to pick something, it would be fantasy. And that's it for the newbie book tag. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out.